Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to RSF1's top tier, the Tier 1 division. Come to you live at round 4 of the season. It is the Grand Prix of Baku. If you don't recognise the voice, it is Scorpion in for my commentary debut for RSF1 League. But yes, good evening to you. I will be joined by my co-commentator tonight, which will be Webster. He is very kindly stepping in, so as soon as he comes on, I will invite him. Slight different situation for here tonight. We have only 13, but should be a good race. So because of that, they are all retiring from Q1, which they are all doing quite quickly, for free. But I'm sure we can move on to Q2. Yeah, slightly depleted grid, but it should be still perfectly fine. I hear an engine, which isn't good. Hey ho, we'll gloss over that. While we have a little bit of time to gloss over that, we'll go into Q2. I can go over the championship table as it stands going into this race. And the championship leader coming into this is Unity Hushes. After the back of 2 back-to-back wins in Bahrain and China, he has a 50 points on his total. He has a 10-point lead over RSF1 Knights, who is one of the absentees here tonight in the Renault. So, big opportunity for Unity to get some gap. Ozza is third. He is also another absentee in the McLaren. In fact, the only closest driver to Unity Hushes in the table who's actually here tonight is Gary 05063. But the gap is 21 points, so almost an open goal for Unity Hushes to really get a stranglehold on the very early stages of this championship. Then you got John MH 2002 in Haas. He's on 27 points. Then you got the 2 Ferraris, a Shrimper and Ian Boy, both on 20 points each. Lukey 1210 in the Red Bull is on 18. Smoking Debate 16. Bama Viking is on 12. Master Cork on 9. Rapid Sprays on 8. Ioaks on 7. Vedelvan on 7. RSR Clays on 6. And No Shoals on 4. So, as I said, few gaps. But the biggest opportunity is for Unity Hushes to get some gap on the guys behind. Rapid Sprays has not taken the memo of retiring, as everyone else has. So, you not know what you're doing, my friend. So, yeah, slightly awkward. Everyone else has retired, and you're just going around on a practice lap, I guess. By all means, but, as I said, not taking the memo. We've already had one race this week. That was in the F2 division. That was on the Sunday. If you haven't watched it, please take a watch. Not because I won, but it was a very, very good race. Lots of side-by-side action. Hopefully we should see some more of that tonight. Very tricky track this. Baku. A lot of 90-degree corners, a lot of walls that you've got to be careful of, including the very castle section that we're coming up to now. To Rapid Sprays, taking it very cautiously. Maybe emphasising the fact that it's dangerous. There you go. Yes, that has been catching out quite a few people already this week, and will catch more people out. So yeah, that is the very major corner. A lot of these corners around this track are heavy braking zones or difficult braking zones, especially down here with the downhill corner. They have no corner names. It'd be difficult to sort of emphasize where people are, but yes, it's also strategy is very, very important. A one-stop is possible, going from the softs, which is the red wall tyre, which Rapid Sprays is on for the time being. You can take those to about lap 5 or 6 and then take the hards, but it's very difficult to do. Some of these drivers might have a look at that, but then again, might not. This Rapid Sprays again is just doing some more practice. Now, the silly thing about rapid sprays coming out and just not taking the memo is if he crashes, then he doesn't take part in Q2, obviously. So, again, I don't know what you're doing, but still. Rebster is online, so he will be jumping into the box very, very shortly. It is meant to be Craig Senna, who's meant to be joining me tonight, guys, but he is not around. So, there you go. We've got 5 viewers, so I'm just going to load up the stream on my phone, so get your comments in. That will be good. And hopefully we should be moving along with qualifying quite quickly or quite soon. As again, rapid sprays is like really going fast up until the parcel section, and then he slows down, as if to emphasize that everything is not well around there. Rebster, good evening. Hello. Thank you for joining me in this very awkward situation in front of me on the track. Yeah, so yeah, I'll just explain to everyone else, Rebster, that everyone has retired in Q1 because we have 13. But Rapid Sprays has not taken the message. Currently going around on a couple of laps. So
yeah, okay. He wants his money's worth. Not to worry. Right, just trying to get into the game, mate, and I'll be with you.
Oh, you're good.
If you can send me one, if not, I can get one on you. Lovely, thank you.
Yep.
Good evening, everybody, by the way. Sorry about this, but I won't be 2 seconds.
It's alright. I'm glad you joined me.
No,
Getting kind of lonely.
I bet.
Right, so I've got the stream up on my phone, guys, so if you want to put in your comments in, your thoughts about this track going into this week, maybe you haven't raced before, then bring them in. See any questions for myself. And Rebster will be good. But we're now swiftly moving on to Q2.
Hey, right. So we've lost nobody in Q1. That's good.
Thank goodness.
So.
That's the first little step.
Evening, Peppermint. Nice to see you, mate. Thank you for joining us.
Yay! Thumbs up. Thumbs up for Miss Bethany. Right. So obviously the lower number, guys, is people on holidays. It's that time of year. Good for some, I guess. Wish I was on holiday. There you go.
Yeah, it is that time of year. We will have a few smaller numbers, I think, for the next couple of months, maybe, or the next month. But, right, who we got? Right, we got Azerbaijan, Charles, Joe. Okay.
Yeah, I've gone over the championship table, Rebster. Obviously, I've watched one race. ESIP has left the session. Hopefully, you'll join back in shortly. Obviously, the man in form is Unity Hushes in the Haas. Is that pretty much the case? Is the table justified of where he is? Has there been dominant wins, or?
Trying to think, mate. Just give me 2 seconds because I'm still kind of setting up there. But
that's all right, no, right.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Uni Hush, yeah. Actually, very good driver, and he will do this right again tonight, I think. Let me just get some gear up there. Oh, it was a rush to get here.
Yeah, appreciate it. Very much appreciate it.
That's all right, mate.
Right, so this is the guy I needed to mention. BF1 Racer was in RSF1 as a group, I believe, in the first 2 races, I think. Left for some reason. I think he felt that he was uncompetitive in F1, or uncompetitive in the top tier. He's now back. He's given it another go, so all good to him. Apparently, he's running no assists, which he's not very confident about. He says finishing the race would be a win. So, see how he does. But he is about to start the lap in the Mercedes. Reserving for Clays, I believe.
He is reserving for Clays. So, what's going on there?
Medium tyres as well for BF1 Racer, as well as Vesselfan, Unity and Master Krog at the time being. 4 people on softs as well, so very even spread of drivers on the tyres, nearly even spread. Lethal Nukes joining the hard group. No pun intended on that one, obviously. That's a terrible joke.
To be honest, it's actually interesting to see. Now, train of thought is you can do a one stop off of softs if you go softs to hard. That's very difficult to do, Michaels, as you know. Scorpion, sorry. And I know, sorry, mate. Interesting to see that 4 guys have opted for the softs in Q2, because at the end of this one we are going to lose three of the drivers. So whether they're just getting their eye in and then going to scrap the softs or not, I have no idea.
I actually made that noise because BF1 Racer left absolutely no room left on the castle section. He flung it into there. Absolute commitment on this lap. And he's about to be finishing up. I'm expecting Q3 times on soft tyres into the 37s, probably looking at 38s going through to Q3, I would have thought, with these guys. But it's going to be a 39.7, set the early benchmark for Ben. Immediately beaten by Shrimper by half a second on the soft tyres. 1.2 seconds though is between the tyres, so maybe that lap from Ben on the mediums is actually quite good.
Yeah, it's not a bad lap at all, mate, really, is it? So on the hards, 1-9.
Right aboard the championship leader. He's just coming up the final corner now. On the mediums as well as Ben, so if you're looking anything like low 39s or mid 39s, just to get up there and be safe.
Just going back to Unity Hush quickly, so 3 races. He didn't even race in Australia, but he has won the next 2 races, Bahrain and China, so he's obviously showing that he can be consistent. Of course, it's early days in the season yet, but so far consistency is showing good. But you know yourself, Scorpion, lots of people have favourite tracks and non-favourite tracks, and it kind of goes in sections, doesn't it? Some people like the early part of the season, not so much the middle and the end and blah blah, do you know what I mean? Some like the middle, some like the end. Some like to get these first 3 tracks out of the way, or the first stint out of the way, so to speak, and then they're quite happy. So interesting.
Well, I always see it as a consistency. You've got to get consistency right in an online league season, and that's in any league, because you can be in the best form of your life, you could have really clean races, but there's always that one race where nothing goes right. So, and it's those races where nothing goes right, like you're involved in 2 incidents, like you got 2 broken front wings, yet you still pick up points, like 7th or an 8th. It's those races that win titles. Of course, winning races helps a lot, but you can't have it all. So, obviously, as you said, he didn't finish Australia, so that could happen again tonight. But I was mentioning the guys in 2nd and 3rd in the title race aren't here tonight. The closest to Unity Hush is Gary in the Renault in terms of table. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so for Unity tonight, all he needs to do is beat Gary, and his championship lead extends theoretically. But
absolutely.
see how it goes.
Yeah, without a doubt. Very difficult track this, as we all know. Very easy to lose a wheel on this track. You've only got a little tiny bit of black and then walls either side all the way round. So it can get a bit hard.
Hello to Top Notch, who's just joined the party and saying, chat, saying hi all. So hello. Hope you enjoyed the stream tonight.
Yeah, stream's looking good at the minute, so that's pretty cool. I hope the audio is okay. I know mine can be a bit clippy when I'm co-hosting somebody, so I'm trying to sort that out. If it's like that, let me know, lads, please. I'll try and sort something out.
Evening to Ozza. Isn't Ozza meant to be one of the drivers? Because he's one on holiday.
One of the drivers. He's obviously tuning in. Hopefully he's sat in a pub somewhere. Cool beer while he's watching the race. Makes it sound like some real TV,
you're enjoying yourself wherever you are, Ozza. Right, Master Cog is just
got two
on the medium tyres.
Yeah, Master Cog, quite a consistent racer.
Knowledgeable as well.
Oh yeah, isn't he just? Hopefully people will find out. I believe on Wednesday. I believe it's going to be. So McLaren suiting in, looks good in the McLaren. Is very close to the. Oh, he's at the wall.
Yep, that's Carl's section.
Yeah. That's the one that's going to catch him. It's normally the turn in before Castle section where I get my grief. I never seem to get that quite right. And this turn in here where Master Cog seems to have lost his end plate.
Yeah, I said at the beginning that Castle section's already claimed quite a few victims on Sunday, and it's going to claim many more by the end of this week.
I think so, yeah. I think so. Also, John is on his lap now. Go on, sorry, mate.
Yeah, I was being told in the chat, obviously, I'm the one with the camera, but still, I try to please everybody. Peppermeat sends show Gaz lap. I presume Gaz is Gary?
Yes, it is, mate, yeah.
I was trying, different language, so, Evening to Roberts.
Good evening, Mr. Roberts.
Hashtagging Team Haas.
No good, do they, really?
It's not as good as Renner Roberts. Just minding you on that little fact.
Did Hiccup get back in? I think Asip, by the way, is actually known as Hiccup or something, but I'm not 100% sure. It's a bit weird. Did he get back in? Yeah, he must have done.
Yes, he did.
Lap.
Yeah, he did.
That's cool.
Right. So to appease Mr. Peppermeat, we can actually take a hot lap or lap around Baku on board of Gary. So there we go. So going down into turn 1, need to get the braking zone perfectly right, down into third gear, clipping the apex and on the outside, and then down into turn 2. There's first of many 90-degree corners, then on to the back straight, opening up the DRS in overtake, but he's in hot lap. Fair enough. Down into turn number 3, big overtaking zone, especially on the first lap, clips the apex nicely, kisses the wall on the outside, but that's okay. And then into turn 4, another 90-degree right-hander. And then turn 5 and 6 is this chicane. You've got to use the curb on the inside because that kind of drags the car along. But you've got to avoid the curb on the right, taking that very nicely. And then into this right-hander, which can be deceiving because if you go too far on the right, that actually gives you a warning or an invalid lap. And then into the famous castle. Oh, and he's clipped the wall, and there you go. That's 3 people now I've seen clip that castle, and the hot lap, I'm afraid, is over.
Yeah. I think Hiccup behind him, I think, getting a sneaky toe. No, he's not. He must be behind. Right. Or maybe Unity. John, I think it was.
Yeah, Hiccup's too far behind. It might get actually a little bit of slipstream from, I think, the Haas in front.
Yeah. That's John MH trying to get a sneaky little toe there.
It's a decent lap. Needs to improve from a 40.7. It looks to be a 40.3. He goes 6th on the medium tyres.
Yeah, very nice. Very
Could
nice.
be safe. John has gone 8th on a 40.6. Comes the in-boy in the Ferrari. On the medium tyres as well. Quite a few people now on the medium tyres.
Yeah.
And he goes 7th on a 40.3 as well. Very close now. Despite being the low numbers, it's actually very, very close to the cut-off point between those going in and those going out.
Yeah, definitely. They're, I think we've got a very good group of drivers in Division 1. I said it last week, I'll say it again this week. They're very close and they're very competitive, the whole lot of them.
Unfortunately, my favourite team, personally, Williams, is 12th and 13th at the moment. Lethal Nukes and Rapid Sprays. Need to find a bit more time now.
Yeah. Thought Rapids might have been a little bit faster, but not as his name suggests, but normally
If you're not remembering the driver called Scott Speed.
Sorry, say that again.
Do you remember the driver called Scott Speed?
No.
Real life one.
No.
Look him up. Look him up.
Really?
Yeah, Scott Speed wasn't that quick. Despite the surname.
Alright.
Oh, Mastercraft was tired. And he's currently 10th. That is going to be very dangerous going through. I don't think that's going to be quick enough. Might be, but Rapid Sprays is going a lot faster. Can he go quicker? He can. So Krog is out, as is Gary. It's all down to Lethal Nukes, who is 1.4 seconds up on his time.
Let's just have a quick
Just
look.
got
See.
plenty to do.
So Jakey Jake's retired as well. Oh dear. Gary, Master Krog and Jakey Jake all retired. And BF1.
And Lethal Nukes goes 3rd on that time. Very nice.
Yes, now I think Lethal Nukes, I remember from last week, is a new driver. He was actually very fast last week, I believe. He was a late comer to the league. We've had a couple of late joiners. Obviously, once we tested and placed into their divisions. Yeah, he was proving pretty tasty last week, I believe.
Yeah, very good. So there is your top 10, all done and dusted. And only one driver, that is Shrimper, went through on the soft tyres. So pressure on him to qualify well there, Rebster, I think.
Yeah. I think 39 is very close though, isn't it? Even though, you know, the softs to the mediums, it's very, very close. Absolutely brilliant. So it'll be interesting to see some of these strategies during the race.
Yeah. Knowledge on the soft tyres, obviously, that's the strategy I use on the Sunday. You have to be at the front, really, to control the field or control your sort of own strategy. If you're caught in traffic, then it obviously wears out those softs a lot longer, more, I mean. And they only go about 5-6 laps naturally, so yeah, he has to be at least, at worst, 4th, I would say, to really make it work. But see how he does.
Yeah. You know, you got to remember, I think, what you get about 6 laps off of the softs, don't you? In the race, that's probably about it. So they don't last very long, so you have to get away.
Evening to Cross Green, evening to Timmer. Evening, guys. So we're just heading into Q3.
You mean good evening to Paddy and Paddy?
Paddy and Paddy?
Yeah, they're both Irish.
Ah. Okay, fair enough.
If they're listening, they'll understand.
16 viewers at the moment. Thank you very much, guys. 18. Okay. Another 2 have joined us. Thank you very much for joining.
Cool, isn't it? Good.
Thank you very much.
We do get well supported here, to be fair. It's good.
Yes. So, 3 drivers eliminated from Q2 is Gary, or Gaz, as Peppermint calls him, Master Krog, and Jakey Jake in the Alfa Romeo. So there's your 10 through into Q3.
Yes, now the fun starts. About 2 runs each, and the gauntlets are down, I should imagine. Let's see who's getting out first. Normally out pretty quick.
I did notice a little bit from the start of the qualifying from Q1 to through to Q2. It's got a little bit overcast. No chance of rain, I don't think, because it's nowhere near dark enough, but definitely clouds gathering a little bit. Might be slightly different, and as you say, the engines are already being fired up.
Yeah.
Gary in the chat saying traction control is going back on. Yeah, probably a good idea.
Yeah.
That's not anything against you, Gary, but I always go with what you're used to, especially when you're going to race. Oh my goodness me, the Williams coming out both together and then sandwiching Ben in the Mercedes there. Interesting little tactic by the Williams pit crew.
Yeah, they're like, you're going nowhere, mate.
And then the first Williams just backs off and allows Ben to go through anyway, so there you go. All coming out, I understand.
Yeah, normally it gets quite busy. Q3. That all fan, I think, will be first to go on a lap. I love this castle section, but it has and will claim a few people, I think. I don't want to put a commentator's curse on it, but
no.
It's not nice, but it is nice when there's little prangs and that there, because we all know what it's like. That's the thing.
It's one of those things where it's satisfying when you've known 26 laps. Yeah, when you know you've gone through there 26 times.
Yeah.
Well, more if you count qualifying. It's satisfying knowing that you've done it. It's like finishing off Monaco. But let's start on board with Vettelfan. Let's do this hot lap properly. Well, I've done it now. It's going to do the same thing as what Gary did, but down the straight, using up much DRS as you can with the DRS. Not using overtake is what I would tend to do, but going into the first corner, using the curb a little bit on the right hand side, kind of the line that people need to learn to be fast. Turn 2, as I said, nice clip of apex, and onto the back straight, opening up the DRS once again up to about 200 miles an hour, just about hits, and then into turn 3, and that's that very nicely. And 4, you've got a minor curb on the inside. You can use it, which he has, but not too much. It's a very high curb. There's a lot of high curbs on here, especially after last game. Last game there wasn't that many high curbs. Now this right-hander, to me, very susceptible to cut, and yeah, it gets a little bit squirrely as he goes into the braking zone. That's Vettelfan. Then into castle section, which slings in there. Oh, very nice. Up the top of the hill. You can use a little bit of that curb on the outside, but now into the very top of the circuit, flat out through these kinks. And then this is arguably the most difficult corner. You're braking and turning at the same time, minding the bump on the inside, and then minding the wall on the outside, and then getting this corner perfectly, which he's hit the curb a little bit. Might have hammered him a little bit going into this, and you've got to make sure throughout the lap you save the ERS, because you've got to use it all the way down this straight. Hiccup is actually the first one. He sets 38.1.
Wow.
Time there on the softs. Here comes Vedelfan, going all the way to the left, which is actually pretty good tactic, but it sets a 38.5 on his first lap.
And it'll be Lethal Newts goes second with a 38. And I believe BF1 race at a 38. Here we go with the 38s now. Should be getting down in there as a low 38s. They're all coming through thick and fast now. Ian Boy with a 39.0. Yes, he has.
Hard to go third on a 38.3, so I don't know what he's like in pole positions. Has he been winning these races from the front, or has he had to
I'm just trying to think. I've come in quite a few races of late. I've had to be jumping in a little bit for people, but I can't actually remember, to be honest.
Yeah, no trouble. Right, Shrimper is going to be the last one, apart from Rapid Sprays. I think Rapid Sprays only has one more set of soft tyres left because he's waiting for a while. Shrimper's going to be the last one.
I'm guessing that's the problem with Rapids. Oh dear.
Yeah, could be. And Shrimper looks to be in the 38s, possibly. Yeah, 38.7 goes 5th.
Okay.
The time being, so that's a good lap.
So now they'll all be getting their second sets on.
Oh, Rapid Space is actually coming out. There you go.
Yeah, it was funny, I think on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday, I believe. Was it Sunday or yesterday? I can't remember now. Cross carrying. Is he in your division, Scorpion?
I think he is, yes. It would be Sunday.
Yeah. So he was coming out last minute and polling for Q1, Q2. Let down in Q3. It was quite funny.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Ian Boy, I think that gets out of the way nicely. No, it wasn't Ian Boy, it was Shrimper. Rapids passed. And I think it was Wilco spun it on the end during the week and facing the wrong way up the track. How he spun it and never got no damage whatsoever, but the damage was
yes, I remember watching that back.
He had to wait for everybody to go past before he could get it straight and get going again.
Ooh. Yeah, that's that tricky sort of downhill turn. It's hard to say. I mean, people know about the castle, but I would say that corner, that downhill corner, again, it needs to be track names or corner names. This track at some point, but I'd say arguably that corner there is worse than Castle because people are prepared for Castle all the time because you know when you're coming up to it and you take it with a little bit of caution.
Yeah.
Whereas that downhill left-hander, there's so many things that could go wrong. You could clip the wall that's on the right, you could bounce over the curb too much on the left, and then you got the wall on the outside. So.
Yeah. I think probably, what he's done is probably come down, hit the curb, like you say, you hit that curb, it bounces you across the track. He's got on a spin and he's just managed to not hit the wall as he's gone round. Absolutely brilliant. I wish we'd caught it on the stream, but it would have been nice to see what actually spun him round. I guess it'd be because he hit the curb. Pushed him over and
Hit the curb, too much power, something like that, yeah. Alright, so Rapid Spray's doing quite differently to where everyone else has gone. Everyone else went, apart from Shrimper, went out in a big sort of group. He's got the track all to himself, and he's going to get it into the 38.7, just behind Shrimper, and he's overshot turn 1. I actually think that qualifying's over for him. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do a little 180.
Yeah.
Right, Vettelfan is going to be one of the first drivers in contention for pole to have another challenge.
That's on track because John is just coming down the back straight on the start-finish straight. Oh, he's on an outlap. It's okay, mate. He's on an outlap.
Vettel's mistimed his brake on turn 3. He's got damage on his front wing. That's his challenge over, I would think. Yeah, now definitely. Oh, he spun it at the chicane.
No way. Oh,
5 and 6.
Vettelfan. Oh, yes, he has, yeah.
Ah.
Ooh.
That's a shame. But it's going to be 4th at best, but could be worse than that. It's going to get out of the way of the 2 Williams. Should be fine. Right, so who's going to be next up?
Yeah, see that Lethal needs to keep an eye on him. He puts in some good times.
Yeah, I think I've got Ian Boy next, but he's half a second down, so he might be going for another run.
Yeah.
I'll just have a look at John, and then I'll pop to the 3 leaders.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Goodness me, I don't know whether you guys watching saw that, but John clipped the Toro Rosso front wing, which I think was from Vettel. I think it's hit the wall again, and it flung about 500 feet in the air.
Wow.
Jeez.
It's nice when you see the bits of bodywork hanging around on the track. I do like it.
Yeah, don't give... Oh, that's on simulation damage, isn't it? I was going to say, don't give you punches. Here comes John, goes to 4. 38.5 for John.
Yeah.
Right, so it's going to be Lethal, followed by Hiccup, followed by Unity.
Right.
These front 3. Unless anybody else can spring a surprise, I think it's going to be down to these 3.
This is interesting because Hiccup is on provisional pole at the moment. Will he keep it? Be interesting. I love the way
Hiccup is he's sandwiched. Hiccup is sandwiched between 2 drivers. And it's fine, actually. The Mercedes is letting through. Lethal and Hiccup are less than a 10th up. Unity is 3 tenths up in the first sector. So
there we go.
Go down to Lethal. He's just coming into the middle, and he is now. Is he up in his time? Only just. He's improving, but not by a lot. And
well, let's look at these times because he hasn't really got to improve by a lot. Really, they're so tight.
Yeah, but Unity's up by 3 tenths, so these guys need a little bit more. Hiccup's only got a 10th on him. Here comes Lethal. He's got slipstream on his teammate and goes fastest.
Wow.
38.1.
38.1, we're nearly in the 37s.
I didn't see Unity's middle sector. But here comes Hiccup. Can he challenge for pole? He's got to find 700s. And is it a 37? It's not, no. He's lost it. But Unity's got slipstream and this is going to smash it. 37.
Yeah, there you go.
37.8.
37.8. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic drive from Unity there. Wow.
Still got Shrimp up. He's 3 tenths up.
Come on, Shrimper boy.
This could leap him ahead of his teammate, or maybe even higher. He goes 4th.
Oh, nice
Beats
drive.
his teammate. Beats his teammate by 0.05 of a second. Oof.
And Chorse did no laps.
Roberts in the chat told you, Team Haas. Yeah, for now.
Yeah. Well,
but there you
quality,
go.
actually.
And the key thing for that was Lethal got a little bit slipstream from Rapids. Unity got a huge slipstream down the straight from his teammate John, and that was the difference. Unity to take pole position. Lethal will be on the front row next to him. Hiccup and Shrimper, Ian Boy and BF1. John MH and Vettel 7th and 8th. Rapid Sprays 9th and Chorse 10th.
Nice. Just get a screenshot of that. That's lovely.
So I think Shrimper was the one on soft tyres.
He was.
Right in saying, yes, and he starts 4th. So he got the highest that I said that you could start on soft tyres. But he needs to make some gains if he's going to have a good chance of winning this race, I feel.
Yeah. All depends on turn 1, I've got a feeling. And these guys are going to be hungry for turn 1. I would expect them to be quite clean as well. They're normally pretty good and respect each other. So let's hope it's all good.
It's very narrow turn 1 and 2. Not a long run down to turn 1 either from the line. It's the complete opposite of what our next track is going to be, which is Spain, of course.
Yes.
Has I think the longest run down to turn 1. I think.
Oh. If not it is up there. I'm just trying to think.
That's a question in the chat. If Spain isn't the longest run down to turn 1, what is?
What is? Yeah, good question.
Nice little discussion now.
They all flicker past me now. I'm thinking of it. Right, Canada, no, that's a bit shorter. China.
No, Canada, no. No.
Not from the start line, it's not, is it?
Not from the start line, it's from the start line straight down to turn 1.
Yeah. You might be right there, man.
So, yeah. But I think Bahrain will be close.
Yeah, Bahrain. Definitely.
Mexico. Yeah, I didn't think of Mexico.
Yeah.
Guys in the chat saying Mexico.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's between Mexico and Spain. I think Mexico might edge it, actually. Good call there, guys, in the chat. Right. Race predictions.
Roberts. Oof. Yeah, okay. Well, for me, I think it might have to be Lethal Nukes. I think he's wickedly fast. Lethal Nukes first. He's going to be fighting hard with Unity for sure in this race. Yeah, no, I'm going to go with Lethal Nukes, I think. What do you think?
It's a tough one. Very, very tough one. It was close in qualifying, closer than what I thought personally it might be. I mean, if you were a betting man and if everything depended on it, you would probably go for the front 3. But judging by how it is, how Baku is, I feel maybe go for somebody a little bit far out. I'll probably go for Ian Boy, I think, in the Ferrari. Just because I'm like that. I like sticking my neck out and going places. But here goes the formation lap. If you want to take us through.
No, it's not. They've gone straight into the race.
Oh, they're going straight there.
Oh my.
Okay.
They've caught us out here, and I hope they've got ghosting on.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. A little bit.
Let's try and catch up.
Mistake on the host part, but we'll carry on. But Unity has kept the lead ahead. I think a few guys may have been caught out there as well, because it's very spread out.
Yes. It's going to be Oh dear.
Well,
It
we
was
carry on
an
regardless.
invisible
Show must go on.
formation lap.
Show must go on. So,
Yeah.
front two away, Unity and Hiccup are away. Lethal Nukes has actually dropped down to 6th, I'm afraid. So, whoa, back end of John. Spinning out there as they go through the castle. First time, and Ben's in the wall.
Oh,
Ben's in the wall.
Ben.
And, oh, I don't know whether Ghosting was on for him. He's dropped it into the wall.
I hope Ghosting was on, but all the other drivers seem to have got through him, so I was actually in the castle section there when he went round.
Hopefully he is, but a few people in the chat are saying restart, but we must carry on with until they decide whether there is. Rapid Sprays is on the back of Chorse for 7th at the moment. Onto the inside. This should be a easy done, and John is into the pits, I'm afraid. As Rapid and Chorse going side by side for turn 1. Again, they're going to be side by side for turn 2. Oh, Chorse has gone. Chorse has gone down the escape road. I think he got damage.
We could take pits, quite a few in the pits. Nobody dropping out, so the lobby obviously decided that they are not starting.
Yeah, if they would have done.
They're happy to carry on. I'm sure we would have had a message by now.
Oh! So, Rapids into the wall. Straight on at Castle. They've done well for the time being. Yeah, be careful, mate.
So, there's some times about now. The only battle I can see is Gary. He gets on Rapids. Obviously, as Rapids recovering from his little visit in the wall. Oh, he's hit the wall again, Rapids. Also, the lobby hasn't been locked down as somebody joins and leads. So, Unity has already built up a 1.3 second lead. So, fortunately, Hiccup is not within DRS. I'm assuming it's been enabled.
Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, Gary's in the pits already, as is Rapid Sprays. I don't think Gary had damage. Oh, Gary's retired.
Wow.
Rapid Sprays
is
retired as well.
Okay.
Now that's either they have decided to restart, or that's a very premature way to end your race, very early on. Ben's gone as well.
Retired. Vettel fans just hit the wall, I think. Possibly they might be.
Yeah, they are.
Migrating host, here we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's just smashing their cars up.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. And I get an error code saying that. Okay, fair enough.
I might actually start in Michael's. I'm just going to nip and get a drink, mate, because I'm spluttering a bit here.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, guys. In the end, I think it was the right call to make. Ghosting wasn't working, and obviously there was no formation up as well. Caught drivers off again, but we should be invited to a lobby very soon. And I refrain from anybody. If you are racing and streaming, leave your comments to yourself, please. You're only embarrassing yourself. So, there we go. Also invited me very, very quickly, which is good. should have this sorted. Happens from time to time, guys. Nothing we can do about that, but should be able to get a race up as soon as possible. Hate sip, apparently. Okay. You know what? Actually, if he gets on the podium, I'll ask him from there. But okay, go and call him Hate Sip from now on. Hiccup is better. Okay, it's Hate Sip. We'll go with Hate Sip. Right. So what I think they will do. Yeah, Pain Pinata. Saying hate. Hiccup or Hate Sip is pronounced H and then Sip.
Right.
Although DPS then saying afterwards, yeah, Hiccup is better. Great, but there you go. So what I think they will obviously do is they are going to set the race for race only, custom grid from qualifying, and then go from there. That's the only downside to that. It's the only thing we can do, but the only downside thing to that is that everybody will be on fresh tyres.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, protocol that every league does when this happens. So,
thank you. That's the first restart we've had this season.
probably won't be the last. It's not anything to do. Not anything to do with that, but it's not won't be the last.
No.
But yeah. But obviously, the key thing here is to get everybody back in, get a race on as soon as possible, because we are stalling at this point. So,
yeah, we are.
Love how Charles has invited me. I'm already here.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. So
Just one of those
maybe
things.
sort of, maybe remind him that the lobby needs to be locked down as well. Once everybody's in.
Yeah, that's not bad shit, actually.
Luke Chip, we just had a restart because a formation app was not on when it should be, and it caught a lot of drivers out, plus ghosting, which is a major thing you must have on at this track, because we saw RSF1 race in the Mercedes, he crashed, and then obviously everybody hit his car, so that obviously should not happen. Again, happens from time to time, but best thing from there is to then sort it out as soon as possible.
Yeah,
and drivers come in.
It's very simple to make a mistake when you're setting up these lobbies.
We are all human beings after all.
Absolutely.
Good thing is that the viewer count is still on 17.
Yes. Yeah.
It's good. I mean, it does include me watching it as well, so 16. We are waiting on one more driver to come in, and then we'll be fine. Lobby will be locked down, so we don't have randomers. And then we can get going.
I've got Charles actually, I'll send him a quick message.
I think it might be best as well to put a message to Tier 1. The only guy that's allowed to be on softs is Shrimper in the top 10, and everybody else in that top 10 was mediums. Unless that is a rule.
Yeah, no, they start on the tyre they qualified with, so
yes,
they should know what tyre they've qualified with. I should be taking screenshots of what they've got.
Shrimp was the only one on softs. The rest in the top 10 were mediums, and then it was Jakey, Gary, and Osterkrog? Yeah, Jakey, Gary, and Miles Scrugg outside the top 10, so they're the only one free to do what they want. Just waiting on one more. Ah, there he is, Lethal Nukes. I'll be locked down and then we can get underway. No idea what the chat is going on. Mario Kart and midnight snacks and...
Yeah.
I'm trying not to take too much notice. They're stalling at the same time. Right, if you let them know to lock lobby down.
Yeah, just doing it to send a
And then
message
that's
through
it.
now.
And then he's all good. Obviously, I'll remind everybody at the end, but we have race on tomorrow, the F4 division, which my co-commentator will be racing, and I'll be commentating again, 2 in a row.
Yeah. It's very busy here in Streamland, that's for sure.
I might need a drink for tomorrow, judging by how this is going.
Well,
And a soft drink, and not a stiff drink, before anybody says. Not
there's
driving
nothing wrong with a
not
stiff
driving me
drink.
to that yet. Actually, it might drive me to that if you have like 2 or 3 restarts in one
In one
evening.
race, Jesus, that
Yeah.
would be...
Not as bad as 2015, I guess. Didn't even have multiplayer.
Really?
Right, I'm gonna message it myself actually. Not taking a hint.
Okay.
What's your thoughts going into tomorrow? For your race, Webster, what do you think?
For my race, if I can keep it out the walls, I think I'll have some good points. That's my personal feeling. That's the big question, keeping it out the wall. I have been having a little bit of practice round here.
Is that the general sort of thought of the F4 guys tomorrow? They just want to survive. Is actually anybody looking forward to it?
There's a few of us looking forward to it, but I think that is the general feeling of the F4 guys, is to survive the race. It's a score to finish. So, yeah. We'll have to wait and see how it goes, mate. That's all I can say. If I can stay out of trouble, I'll be fine. But we'll have to wait and see. So a few people getting impatient in the lobby.
I'm going to say, everybody is here, so all Charles needs to do is bring the numbers down and we're fine. You're going. But, okay. I've sent him a message. Not
Yeah,
responding, so...
No, he's probably sorting it out. Oh dear, Hiccup's getting impatient. Calm down, man, calm down.
Another thing, actually. Again, I'm stalling, but I'm doing my best here. But another discussion, actually. Your opinion on Alexander Albon going to Red Bull, replacing Gasly.
Yep.
What is your thought?
For my thoughts between those two drivers, absolutely the right thing in my eyes. I think Albon's driving a better season than Gasly. He's not making points. Albon gets a chance to do it. I think he's driven the better race. Now, whether it's the right driver they've put into that seat at Red Bull is a different matter. If you understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah,
So,
that's my thought exactly. Thank you, Roberts. Jaws is sorting out custom grid. That's why it's
yeah.
taking a while. That's fine. I should have thought about that. So apologies there, Chors.
Thanks a
If you
lot.
watch
Does
this
he
back,
want I've got a screen print. I can send him if he needs it.
you're gonna have to ask him that yourself. He's not responding to me. Two minutes, Daniel. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's the maybe could be a little bit too harsh on Gasly because some people are saying, like YouTubers or pundits are saying that the car is being built for Verstappen, for Verstappen's driving style, and it maybe does not suit Gasly's, hence why he's struggling. But Red Bull know that they must, if not, obviously they're not going to beat Mercedes. It'd take a miracle to beat Mercedes this season overall. I mean, they could beat them at certain tracks like Hungary. Obviously, they were competing, and Germany. Obviously, Germany was a crazy race, so did that out of the picture.
Yeah.
But the only other tracks they compete Mercedes or beat Mercedes is tracks like Hungary, Singapore. We got Singapore still left to go. Maybe Japan, but
yeah, Mexico they might have a shout.
Yeah, over the course of a whole season, though, Mercedes are the better package. So beating them, they're not going to do. So they've got to be near them. And for Gasly to be, I think the turning point was Hungary, a full minute behind Verstappen. That's not right in any stretch. And he was battling McLarens, which, no offense to them, they are in the B championship. You know, they're in the little, you know, they're off the top three, but they're still battling each other there. So if not Albon, though, who would you pick of the ones available? Maybe Kvyat, but he's had his chance arguably.
He did have his chance, but you know, he's a season older now, isn't he? You know, it's got to be gaining an experience for him. You know, another season under your belt. I don't know who they would have put in, to be honest with you. There might be another star rising up through the seats. Do you know what I mean? Who knows? They've got a lot of drivers, haven't they? Let's face it.
Yes.
In their academy.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because again, they got to keep a solid third, or maybe try and challenge
going now.
Ferrari for second. Yeah, we're going. If I had completely free choice of who to pick, the partner Verstappen, I'd pick somebody solid, maybe Hulkenberg, because he's never had a top three drive, never had a chance. You know, you want somebody solid, somebody who's got to keep scoring points and maybe not beat Verstappen, because Verstappen is a really, really good driver. So
he is.
Maybe try and get Alonso at McLaren, although that's very wild. But something, they had to do something. They've done something.
Yeah.
So
that's the main.
Let's see.
Maybe,
I just hope.
Maybe
Hope and pray
Ricardo
for
was tapping
Albon's
his
sake.
toes, thinking he was going to get a phone call.
Maybe Ricardo could have been the right call, but I just hope, if anything from all this, I hope it doesn't ruin Albon. I hope it doesn't.
Well, he's got to step up to the plate
he doesn't
there,
go. Yeah, like he doesn't go a Kvyat route, because Kvyat was in there and then he couldn't, and then right. Take 2 of this race. Let's. Yay.
Let's see if we can get it going.
We've gone up to 21 viewers, which is good. Yeah, so not Rapid Race, it's Shrimper. Yeah, Shrimper should go to soft tyres. So we'll check that once the formation that gets underway.
Oh, right, here we go then, evidently.
Check.
So...
2018 marks the third occasion this circuit is being used for a Grand Prix.
Just need to check something.
2016 for the European Grand Prix and returning last season to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
That's interesting.
The Baku City Circuit making it the second longest circuit on the calendar, behind Spa.
Only ones I see change at the moment is Krog and Gary. Obviously, there we go. There's Shrimper.
He's in, is he?
Soft tyres and that. Yeah, there we go. And the rest should not change apart from the bottom three, Jakey, Krog and Gary. Obviously free to choose what they want.
Excuse me.
A very warm welcome to you all today. We have plenty of entertainment planned from our track parade.
Announcer's really loud.
Racing from the pinnacle of motorsport.
It's loud at every
I
single
think-
track. It's just like...
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm reading this right, but evidently, ghosting and formation, that was on, so I don't know what happened there. A glitch, maybe? I'm not sure. Interesting. We'll find out later. 100% sure, but... That's interesting.
we'll see what happens when we go from this lobby, but...
Okay, here we go then. Should be loading in now.
I didn't see myself. I wasn't really focused on settings, so I wouldn't be able to know. But it definitely, whether it was set, whether it was a glitch or not, it definitely wasn't on both. So yeah, Jakey's saying that ghosting was on as well, but formation, that definitely was not on, and now it is. So that's good. That's good. That was the main thing. I think that was the main sort of problem, because it spread the cars out unnecessarily, and a load got poured out. So,
and they all get a chance now to warm their tyres as well properly. It's just the right way to be. And hopefully we'll have a good little race. Okay, we'll have to have our chocolate a little bit later, but hey, we're racing.
Yes. Thinking also, those that did make those mistakes before we restarted, obviously when they were still racing, we're looking at Jaws and Rapid Sprays. You're going to get those mistakes out the mind. This is a clean slate, a fresh one. I mean, it's rare it happens, but it's rare it does.
Yeah.
You need to put those mistakes out the mind.
I just got to look at some of these camera views when you just look at that tarmac and you know that you're going to be slinging it down there tomorrow. Hopefully not 3 or 4 wide early part of this track, but I've seen it over the last few days. Frightening. It's not a very wide track.
And the drivers outside the top 10. Go on.
The entrance into the castle is only just wider than the cars, I think. I remember reading somewhere about, I can't remember exactly how wide it is, but it's like only just wider than the cars on the first part.
Yeah. There was actually a situation, if you might be saying this obviously because it's about another lead, but I was in a race that had a situation with a lap car, and it was quite contentious because arguably the incident made me win the race. I'd say not, but it helped either way because it was my teammate. And the issue is that the person responsible for the incident, for holding up my rival or the leader at the time, didn't let him through easy. So the person trying to lap then decided to do so at the castle section. And we all agreed that the lap car should have made it easy, but you then don't take it into your own hands and don't do it at castle because, well, you can picture what happened.
Yes, so, indeed.
Hopefully this won't happen here, but let's get going. Right. Take number 2.
We've got the back
of this. And 3, 4, 5 lights. Round number 4, and Lights out and away we go. Give me a good camera angle, please.
Yeah.
We are going into turn 1. It's 3 wide at the back. Force in, you got hiccup going wide. Or hate sip. I'm calling it hiccup, I don't care.
All through clean.
Yeah, Unity keeps the lead going through turn 2. All okay. We're bumping the boy, but look at Lethal Nukes having a look on the inside of Hushes. Could have gone for a dive, thought better of it. That one, don't do anything crazy. All through cleanly, no damage is what I can see. There was probably a bit of tire rubbing, but yeah, all good. Ben's had a good start, he's up to 4th already. Lethal is keeping Unity very, very honest up here as they go through Castle for the first time.
This is good. This is good. Just having a look to see if anybody's absolutely on the back of anybody's gearbox. Not really at the moment. Maybe John. I know a lot of them are very close. And if anybody a chance it before the
Gary's
is enabled.
Oh, this would be brave. Gary up on the inside of Rapids. Rapids kind of was good. He gave the gap down there, but it was almost too easy for there from Rapids. But Gary is through. Ah, look at Lethal. Here we go. Slipstreaming. Unity Hushes. Unity not defending on the inside. Now he is.
Here we go.
Unity defending very well, but here comes Lethal on the cutback. Ooh, slight bit of front wing on the tyre, but should be okay. And
there you go.
Gets it. But Shrimper is looking up behind him. And Unity is going back on the inside of Lethal, down to turn 3. And they're still side by side. Shrimpers looking at the pair of them, they're still there. Lethal up the inside of turn 4. Oh, it is all ended. Sending in tears. Property damage for Shrimper. Got caught out.
So just caught the back of that. Jakey Jakes posted in Twitch, ghosting was on because I ghosted. There you go.
Yeah.
This is going to be a very good, nice little battle coming here with Shrimper and pick up Ian Boy and John. So
Yeah, they split a little bit.
Yeah.
Front 3, got about second gap, but it's that damage for Shrimper though, it's not going to help him.
No. It certainly won't. It's so easy to lose your end plates here. And I missed that. Did he do it on a wall or on another car?
Yeah, it was up to the back behind Unity. Unity and Lethal obviously were going side by side, and Shrimper was going to try to place his car and sort of got caught out by the fact that Unity has to sort of brake, and then he couldn't stop in time.
Gotcha. Lethal Nukes for the fastest lap early on.
John and Ian Boy side by side, Hiccup and PF1 side by side. Good battles in the early going. Ooh. John far too deep into turn 2, and Ian Boy is going to be on him. And Ian Boy should be up on the inside. Yes, he is. Fixing him.
Let's get some looking going here. These boys make it look so easy though, these Division 1 drivers.
Master Krog and Jakey did actually pit on that first lap. Unfortunate for them. Right, because of that damage from Shrimper. Top 2 now pulling away.
Yeah. I think this is going to develop into some nice little battles through here. Oh, Battle fan just had John. Oh, John's flying back.
Oh,
Oh
goodness
my
me.
God, how he never touched him then, I don't know.
Gary's looking at the pair of them. Gary's looking at a double overtake here. On board
Oh my
Rapids
God.
from behind.
Oh
All
my
three of
God.
them.
It's like a police stop.
Oh,
Oh,
and Gary trying to have a look. Look at Rapid.
yeah,
Rapid
Rapids
overtaking the
has
pair of them.
snuck in there. Lovely
That was
little move for
brilliant.
Rapids. Lovely little move.
Yeah, you can see they were battling. And
Yeah.
Bettelfan has lost 3 positions in all that, I think.
Yeah, he's going to be kicking himself now. As long as Battle fan. No, none of them got damage, which is good. So they were touching and banging a little bit, but yeah, no damage, which is cool.
That was great from Rapids. He could see the pair of them were going to go dueling into turn 1, and he just like on the undercut or switch back. It's back through.
Right, so 4, so 18, 20. So actually, Jakey Jake could make up a few spaces, a few places later on in this race if he can keep his tyres good.
Oh, good luck to him.
Yeah,
Good luck to him.
I know, mate.
Keep hard tyres from the end.
The two front runners. I'm in a good. Keep it tough, just and honest. Really, they don't want to lose sight of either. As long as one can keep one in the mirrors and the other one can see the fumes coming out of his pipes, then that'll all be good.
Tripper's really struggling with this damage.
Here we go. Yes, he is.
Hiccup round the outside of the Ferrari. Ferrari was trying to sort of keep to the right so Hiccup doesn't go there, and the gap just sort of opened up with the track and the way he goes. The Boys just dropped down 2 places. Rapids and John come past him.
Wow. Yeah, Ian Boy's got damage on the right-hand side of his front wing, I think. He's missing the end plate. Yes, he is. So I think Shrimper has done the right thing by staying out, to be honest, because he's going to be pitting soon anyway. So as long as he can keep it nicely on the track, he's just got to hang on. Ian Boy is in a bit of trouble now, I think, because he's got to decide what he wants to do, and I'm pretty sure he's going to get a warning for that. I love that view through the castle as they're coming at you through there. Brilliant view.
Ushers is locked to the back of Lee Fornix, and we'll probably have a go at him down this front straight if he can have a good run.
Vettel fan
Didn't
and
get the
Gary
best
as
of run
well.
though.
Again, oh, look at these 3. All this debris on the track. Gary does fanboy. Oh man, they're all going to get past him. He just can't hold that speed of the end plate missing.
Comes Unity into turn 1. Is he going to go for a lunge? Be a simple move actually. But Lethal defending just about. Nice defensive move there from Lethal. Biathlon Racer is in.
Yeah. Pitted, yes he has. Fanboy
That's
pits as well. Well, I don't blame Fanboy for that. He kept it out in 1 lap short pretty much, but that's good. Excuse me.
Oh, that's a lump from Unity. Lethal giving them the room. Ooh. Yeah, that's an early stop from Ben. Do you have damage? I don't know whether he did.
I'm not sure if he had damage because. Can you see how quick the pit was in Race Director? Does it show you that?
I don't think he did because he didn't lose.
No, his times are all pretty good.
I know Ian Boy did, and he's gapped Ian Boy, so he mustn't have had damage. So that's an early stop. Interesting strategy for mediums to hards.
Yeah. So we'll see. That is an early stop. 6 laps in. interesting. Let's see what it's all about. We'll find out as we go through, I expect. So Ian Boy's out on the hards now. I thought should have repeated, but he hasn't. He's still out there. Ooh.
Credit to him.
Yes.
Vettel fans on as the back of Gary, but it's not going to be close enough for a move. Very low wing on that Renault, I think, by the looks of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Gary very deep into turn 3. Turn 2, sorry.
Yeah.
Vettel fan, this isn't going to be a chance for him. Gary knows it. Camera, please. Thank you. And round the outside goes Vettel fan. Yes, nice clean move.
Yeah. Trailer park girl. Oh, he's gone deep.
Oh no, he's gone deep himself.
Oh,
no, Gary's on him.
He's
Coming
handed
in the
it back
outside
to
though for the
Gary.
chicane.
Oh, this is fantastic. And Trump's right on the back as well.
A bold move on that corner now and backs out of it. That was a nice little exchange between the two. Gary was like, oh, you can have 8th. And then Vettel fan said, no, you can have 8th.
Yeah, it's all right.
7th, sorry.
Very gentlemanly.
Oh, when he cuts the corner, he struggles.
There we go.
There does Gary.
First penalty
Straight
for
over the
Gary.
curb. Ushers again on the back.
Make a move.
Ushers again on the back of Lethal. It seems like Lethal has really good straight line speed in that Williams. Actually, it's got a little bit less ERS than Unity does.
Gotcha.
They're locked together at the moment. Unity not willing to go for a Daniel Ricciardo-esque lunge at the moment. Shrimper's in now.
Yeah, lap 8 as well. Good little stint on them softs.
These 3 still. Vettel, Chorse and Gary.
I know, it's good, isn't it? That's what I'm watching. We're liking this. That turn in there, that's exactly the turn that kills me.
Yeah. All good. Chorse is just, he's got way more ERS than the front 2 in front. He's just biding his time here.
Yeah.
Tells they're locked. Both I see at certain points are struggling with their braking at the moment.
Oh,
Vettel fan.
Gary, I think, has lost.
Oh no, was that Gary?
I think so, I'm not sure. Trying to have a look. Oh, too far. Wow, yeah, Gary. Gary's lost his end plate right hand side. Oh, he's in the wall. Oh my god.
Vettel fan's on the inside. Gary's not giving in the room. He's like, wait for the straight.
Wow.
Joel's going to have a go at the pair of them.
This is
good. This is risky.
This is going to be
going to get boxed in.
Oh no!
Goodness me. I think Gary wants to pit.
Yeah, Gary does.
Yeah, Gary wanted a bit.
I bet he was thinking to himself then, geez, how am I getting in?
Oh, that's a lunge.
Oh, Charles. But he's pulled it off, has he? Yes, he has. Wow.
Oh.
Oof.
Do any of you 3 want this position? Because you keep, whenever you're in front, you keep making a mistake. There's a Vettel. Maybe past Chorse. No.
Wow.
Goodness me.
That's not a turn you want to be doing that in.
No, Vettel. No.
Vettel's in, he spun it. Spun it. That makes Chorse cements that position into 6th place now. Did Vettel fan get any damage? Or did he manage to keep it off the wall?
I think.
Yeah, he's good.
I think he's alright after all that, surprisingly. Right.
Wow, right.
Who's stopped? F1 Racer is the
Oh,
highest of those that have stopped.
Master Prog, Ian Boy, and Gary are all. This should be fun.
Oh goodness. Another 3. Actually, I need to get the 2 leaders. Unity.
No worries, mate. Oh yeah, Hodges.
Unity's on the back. That's a very good straight line speed there from Unity. He's 3 plus. For these two. These two are just locked together at the moment. Lethal's going to wait to the back straight. Get a good run. Does. He's going to have a good run. Yeah, look at this. That Williams from Lethal. Oh, he's not having a go. Ooh.
Biding his
Good
time. I wonder if he's trying to shock Unity into a mistake. Here we go, down the back straight with these 3. Master Prog, Fanboy, and Ian Boy.
Oh,
Jules
goodness.
just makes another position. 2 round down, 1, and it always so deep close. Oh my god.
Right, so each other out here. Oh, Prog's
Master
in the
Prog hits the wall.
Somehow
Ian
managed
Boy
to get a
and
bit of run
Gary.
out of all 3.
Oh my god. Here we go.
Here we go, alright.
And breathe
Right
for a bit of a lap.
Just noticed Rapid Sprays and Chores are having a battle as well. Very good battles this race so far.
Brilliant, aren't they? Good evening,
Rapid
Paul. Nice to
Sprays
see you,
and
mate.
Rapid Sprays and Chores locked together. They've just pitted.
Yeah, this is interesting battling this.
Trimper's on the back of Ben as well. Ben's already been out on those tyres 2 more laps than Shrimper has, but Shrimper's caught him right up.
Wow.
I don't know where to look.
I know.
I'm struggling where to
isn't it?
look.
I would have said Ben's tyres should be just about getting sticky now for him. They take a while, don't they, the hards, but...
Oh, that's more than... No, Ben, you can't be doing more than 1 move there.
Here we go.
That's... He's got to stay where he is.
Rapids gets the move on Jules.
Just about enough room there.
So,
Be looking to
Gary,
manoeuvre.
Master Cog and Fanboy still. Master Cog looking to get his place back from Gary. Oh, Fanboy very, very snaky out into that turn as he exited. Wow. What's happened to Ian Boy? What's happened to Ian Boy? Ian Boy, has he got damage?
Rolling all over the back. I think Ben has damage.
Ian hasn't.
Noticed.
Ben. Let's have a
Yeah,
look.
Ben. Yeah, he does. Pretty sure right front. Pretty sure right front is missing a little bit.
Let's have a look.
Podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, end
I
plate's
feel like
on,
it is.
yeah.
That's why. That's why he's obviously made a mistake.
Oh yeah, and it's very close to the wall in that castle section.
Yeah, and if he's not pitting again, that is a very long time to cope with that damage.
Yeah, absolutely.
You see that Shrimper just has so much more grip, more
Yeah.
confident. They're 22 seconds behind, but obviously they have pitted.
Yeah.
As Lethal Nukes. Lethal Nukes is in.
I think this will be an easy move for Shrimper down the back straight now.
Yeah, he's got a good
be
run.
right on Ben's
Ben will
wheel.
have to ease off a
Pretty
little
much
bit.
Nowish. Lovely helicopter view there, beautiful. Here we go, so there goes Shrimper.
Should be easy
make
done.
this
That
stick.
Mercedes got
Ben's
good.
not giving in.
Oh,
Oh, God, I think he was going to touch them.
Ben's lunging back.
Oh, and Ben
no.
is
Oh, goodness. Oh,
And
and
he's
he's
retired.
cut in the... Oh, and he's gone. Yeah.
Oh, he's left the session. I think he's a little bit
Yeah,
upset by that.
that's a straight up. That's a straight up annoyance.
Yeah.
Oh! Hodges went straight on. Hodges went straight on into the castle.
Who did? Who?
Hodges.
No.
Current race leader, who obviously...
Oh, he's got end plate damage as well to do.
Oh, and he's out!
He's out. He's out. Oh no.
He's out! No!
Oh, Unity, what have you done?
Oh. No.
Oh my.
Championship leader. Gone.
Maybe not now.
No, you still have it.
Oh, Unity.
You still have it. Because he was... well, unless Gary wins from where he is now, which is his 9th. Good, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, Gary was his closest rival. As I said, it's an open goal.
Well, it just shows you, doesn't it, mate? How it can all turn round. Meanwhile,
Pickup is in as well.
And Gary, half a second behind. Gary is from Chulce. Let's have a look and see how he does. They all seem to be bunching up again now, by the look of things. From
And
6th
Gary,
through
not close
to
enough.
9th.
Yeah, Leaf had already done the undercut in a battle between the two.
Yeah.
As Gary, with the speed up on the inside, into turn 3, past. Of course, he can now chase after Rapid Praise, who's now on the back of Vettel.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Now he's got rid of Chulce. He's not being held back, is he? So now he can get on it now. He's recharging his ERS at the moment.
Yeah, Lethal had done the undercut on Unity a couple of laps before that incident, and it's slight, I say slight clip, he went straight on at Castle and then just didn't slow down for that corner, as we were saying.
Wow.
How tricky it is. Straight on. And meanwhile, Rapid's going to go try him on the outside of this corner. No. Get a good run on Bell.
It's horrible. You know, like when you're doing well in a race and you cock up, basically, let's face it, and take yourself out. And it's like you're in a room full of people, but it's gone deadly hush, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? For that couple of seconds, you just sit there astounded. What the fuck have I done? Oh, man.
Look on the outside of Gary.
Yeah.
Oh, just about. Gary, wall of death around the outside. He's going to go again at turn 2. He's got it. Nice.
He's got it, yeah.
And is he going to have DRS though? He does. That's a good move from Chorse.
So I say these drivers are they're pretty on it, mate, aren't they? They drive very cleanly.
Very good. Very good stuff. I know we've still got quite a way to go. We've only just gone halfway, but I think now this is Lethal's to lose. With a 6.7 gap, he can manage that now. Only thing that's going to stop him is lack of concentration as Chorse is in the wall.
Oh, Chorse, what are you doing?
That's damage on the right front end plate.
Has he, or has he got away with it?
Pretty sure that's right front.
See? Yeah, I think it's off the,
Yeah, right front.
Yeah. Chorse.
Did say the castle was going to claim a few. Gary's right up the back of Chorse. Don't want to catch him here.
I think Gary
here we go.
I think he's going to make this one stick pretty easy.
Oh, Chorse is in anyway.
Yeah.
as is Krog, but Krog had already gone 12 laps in his medium, so he's going to get to the end safely.
Yep. Sensible move, back out in mediums, very nice. So, what have we got going on?
Rapids catching the back of Shrimper. 1.3 seconds the gap.
So did get up there, didn't
Closing a
I?
little bit. Yeah, and it's up 4 places. Gary's up 6 at the moment. John's up 4.
Yeah. And we've got Ben's
Got a long
ghost
way to
car
go, yeah.
running around. I hope that just stays ghost. This ghost thing is on. But they do. Oh, I hate these cars running around like this. To be honest, they worry me.
Yeah, that's why people should refrain from leaving just straight away. You've got to retire the car first, and it would sort of get it out the way. That's
So Lethal, quite a nice, comfortable lead now to exit.
I say comfortable. It was 6.7 like a lap ago. It's now 6.2.
Okay.
Got to manage it, but make sure. It's got to make sure that Hiccup or Hate Sip doesn't get like a sniff of a victory. It's got to keep it around about that point.
Interesting to see because the top 4 have got quite nice gaps. Excuse me. Rapids really trying there to get on the back of Shrimper.
Ian Boy's in the pits. Oh, Ian Boy's got no front wing.
Oh wow.
So he had to pit. Go. He comes. Let's go have a look. Oh, we got a little bit of. We've got a little bit down at the moment. So, look at the championship table again. In fact, as it currently stands, obviously we've still got quite a bit to go, but John would actually move into second, I believe. Am I so correct? Yes, he would, ahead of Eitz and Ozza, who weren't here tonight.
Yeah.
And then he would be 6 points behind Unity Hushers.
Wow, it's going to get close. It's going to be a good battle this championship through this season, mate.
The early days, though, but
It is early days, but you only need these little spanners to go in the works, and you know, opens it all up.
yeah, got to keep an eye on Hate Sip actually, because he's now got it to under 6 seconds. Might still be something there, as Gary's in the pits from. He had damage, did Gary? So.
He's
Going to drop him behind Master Krog.
Yeah. But I think he's a little bit faster than Master Krog, to be honest. But he's got a tall order now.
No,
to
my
fight
fault
his
was
way up. Yeah.
my fault was even with the damage he had. I think 14, 15 seconds to Krog. I thought he could have managed that in 9 laps. And keep like 7th,
Yeah.
and now he has to overtake. Lost himself a few points from that, I think.
Rapids is closing down Shrimper.
Oh, Gary's
wait,
out!
this one. Gary,
No! Oh, he clipped the wall on the inside of turn 3. So easy to do.
Oh,
See, that's the See, again, that is also a problem.
oh, and Jakey Jake's
Did you get in the
overshot
rhythm?
turn 1. Oh, Jakey.
Well, Jay, you can still get a point out of this. And he will, actually, if he
Yeah.
carries on
Yeah.
going. Well, Gary's definitely not going to close in on Unity.
No, not now.
Would have cursed him twice. Terrible. Hate Sip is now 5.5 seconds behind.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to have a look at this. So Lethal Nukes, 43.7, 43.3 last couple of laps. Hate Sip, 43.4, 43.0. So slowly and steadily catching. We may have a battle for the lead.
We might. Looks like, and Shrimper looks like he's opened the gap up a bit now to Rapids. I thought Rapids was shutting him down nicely there, but maybe he got a bit out of shape on one of those turns.
Oh. Yeah, in fact, looking at the table a little bit more, those currently in the top 3 going to make huge gains on the championship. Obviously, Lethal and Nukes. Lethal and Nukes, they're the same guy. Lethal and Hate Sip, sorry. I was just thinking for a second. What have I just said? Lethal and Hate Sip had no points going into this because obviously Hate Sip's been in longer than Lethal, but he's had no points up until this point.
Yep.
So for them, big confidence boost moving forward. As I said, John, at this point, if he stays third, will move into second. So
Yeah. Roberts will be clapping his hands. Shrimper's coming up to Ben's AI car.
penalties. You want to
Yeah,
check
I'll have a
that?
look,
I
mate.
just
There's
had a
not-
request. I don't think there's many.
No.
There was only one from what I checked, or from earlier, and that was...
Just on it now, and that was Gary's got 3 seconds, and that is it.
Yeah, I thought it was just Gary from cutting that corner there from
Yeah.
Hasip.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, here we
Boys
go.
him.
Now, Rapids has closed Shrimper right down. What happened there? Shrimper must have got a little bit sideways somewhere.
Shrimper damage. Don't think he does. No, no, Shrimper doesn't have damage. Must have been a mistake of
Yeah.
sorts. I've never come across this.
Go on, son.
Yeah, I've never come across this rule, but currently, because I was checking up fastest lap point, and it's currently Gary. Is it because he's retired? Is it the same as if he's outside the top 10, that somebody else has to take it away from him?
Do you know what? I'm not sure. I'll have to check that one out because when we talked about it, we didn't actually talk about it in that detail. So I'll have to find out about that one. Yeah,
Bell's got time penalty.
there we go.
Yeah, I think. Oh, Jakey's gone. No,
Jake,
no, he had a point.
sector 2.
Had a point. Oh,
He's down by the turn before Castle.
mm. I don't want to be that guy, but safety car would be really good right now.
Yes, it would.
I don't want to be that guy though. I want to be full cast.
Well, that's
Wait,
a long
how's-
yellow sector, so it's gone.
How's he gone? Jesus, Rapids. Most of these people going to the castle. Oh, yeah, Roberts has confirmed it. You have to be in the top 10 to
Right, cheers, Roberts.
get fastest at that point. So if you're
There
outside
you
and obviously retired, then that obviously nicks it away from anybody else.
Yeah. So yeah. So who do you think would be the first one to jump on a set of socks and go for fastest lap in about 2 laps time, 3 laps time?
Well, Ian Boy's already on it. So think the problem is
I
people
reckon
are
what?
locked in positions.
Master Krog, possibly.
Yeah, he's got Chaucer though behind him.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's got like a gap behind them to do it. Apart from Ian Boy. And Ian Boy's already on that strat. Never mind.
Well,
Vettel fan's gonna have a go.
There you go. Because he's got, I was reading it wrong. I actually meant Vettel fan, but read it out as Master Krog because I was looking at that 15 seconds.
There you go. Yeah, proved me wrong. Yeah, but
And mate,
again, this is a thing. He's now, he's now behind Chauce and Krog.
yeah.
So that's the thing with going for fastest lap.
But the thing is, he's
It's
got
all
5
good.
laps and he's on fast tyres now. He should have no problem getting past these two really in 5 laps.
Yeah. But then he'll take the life
Yeah.
that he has of the soft tyres out, and then he won't have enough for fastest lap, as Ian Boy now gets it. 40.7.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think the only sort of, for me, personally, the only situation you can go for it is if you have a pit stop gap and he's just got the one
Yes.
side.
Like a free stop.
You have a pit stop gap and you're not losing anything by pitting.
This is interesting now for Haysid because he's got lethal nukes in his eyes now, in his sight, in his eyes. It's not in his eyes because that'd be painful. So that's going to
Veltman's
head in.
absolutely pushing. He's going to be on the back of Chauce. He already is.
This should be an easy move for Vettel.
Yeah.
Oh, and he pulls it out. That's so
Keep going.
late. Wow.
Wanting to get the absolute best. Slipstream. He's going to be on the back of Krog.
Krog already, yeah. Eating it up. Oh,
Oh, Chauce
Krog.
has gone straight on.
no, again, he's done that earlier as well.
Oh, here comes Vettel. Right on the outside. Yep. Period grip. He's through.
Yeah.
I think the gap between the two has stabilised a little bit. Just about 5.5 now.
Yeah.
Vettel did get damage.
He did.
He did, and he's still flying his way through Castle as if nothing.
Well, yeah.
Nothing's wrong at all.
God, I'd be crapping myself if I've got damage trying to go through Castle fast. So, looks like it's settling down here now, mate. I think we've got 3 laps to go. Just looking for battles. It's not really going to be battle, possibly.
Nah, again, I think Lethal's got this.
Oh, crikey, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, barring that he makes a mistake, through Castle or something, which we hope he's not going to. Steady driver. He is a steady driver.
Yeah, I've commentated in more than enough races that you're leading on the last lap and then you chuck it away.
Yeah.
And you still got to be careful. I mean, the gap is... It's there. I mean, Hate Sip is just saying to Lethal, I'm here.
Yep.
Gradually catching every now and again.
Just, say they're both managing their ERS really well as well, you know. These guys are understanding, aren't they? They know what's going on. I have to think lap by lap when I'm racing. These guys are like thinking 4 or 5 laps down the road, do you know what I mean? Oh, yellow flag set
Just
to
set to 2. Where is that? Oh, it's Vettel.
It's Vettel.
Spun it.
Now it's Well, oh, and he's gone round again. Don't go the wrong way. My God.
Alright.
Now he's got no end
Shorts at the back of
plates.
him, but his tyres are going to be absolutely roasted. He's got to be so careful now.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's done that, because he was pointed the wrong way. He got damage on both end plates. Yes, he does.
He has now, yeah.
Don't
yeah.
go. He's definitely got more damage now. I was going to say, don't go flying into that turn when you've got damage and your tyres are roasting, and Chaucer's going to be
All over him
Chaucer's
now.
going to be careful. Chaucer's going to be patient here.
Oh, be patient.
Oh, there we go.
Jeez.
Yep.
Chaucer
That's
is
a little
rubbing
bit.
his hands there, mate. He really will. Because he's like, yes.
Better fans in. Fresh tyres. Let's go for fastest up again. So now you can properly.
Yeah. Master Krog's driven a very quiet race, up 6 places. Kept his nose clean.
I was going to say, we'd be talking about driver of the day in a bit.
Yes. Yeah.
I think the logical choice would be Master Grog, obviously from 12th up to 6th.
Exactly.
Kept his
yeah.
nose clean, just gone about his business.
Yeah.
John's done good as well. I think he's done the same thing from 7th.
Yeah, he's up 4, isn't he?
I'd almost give a shout out to Lethal as well, because he had a really tense battle with Unity.
Yeah, he managed
Getting
to
up on
keep
top.
it.
Yeah.
His Unity put it in the wall, unfortunately. Such a shame.
Yeah. Yeah, he's saying in the chat, I do feel for him. But
Yeah.
he's saying if Baku does this, then I don't want to race Monaco, and then Roberts is saying Monaco is easier.
Oh. Well, Monaco's a slower track.
Plus, you
That's
know about
probably
Monaco,
why.
don't you? Everyone knows about Monaco. That's why I say that here in Singapore are worse, because people don't practice it anywhere near as often, or
Yeah.
anywhere near as hard as they would Monaco. People want to win Monaco.
Yeah.
Like
I know Junior's
Monaco.
struggled this season, but if he can get himself sorted out for Monaco, Junior's normally pretty good round Monaco. He's had some good races round there. If he can get himself sorted, he'll be in with a shout.
Actually, I'll tell you one thing about Monaco. Is that is the only track I have to do time trial before I race. The only track. Because you have to be in that frame of mind. You have to be that. You have to go into eyes on stalk mode.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
it does. Yeah.
And you cannot. I think as well. I think it's the only track you cannot have any other distractions.
Yeah.
At least at Baku, you got straights to think about what you're doing. Monaco, you've got nothing.
No, you
Apart from
haven't.
maybe the pit stops.
Yeah. Yeah. By the time you finish
Right.
like one sector, you're halfway through the next sector. You literally have no time.
Yeah, so. And like every corner you could crash.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And that's why I think Baku is slightly easier, because at least you've got corners where you can just sort of relax a little bit.
Oh, Eight's getting a bit snaky. His tyres are starting to go.
Yeah, we're on the last lap.
Yeah. But he can breathe. He's through Castle. Wow.
Vettel spun it again.
Jesus. Vettel.
But Lethal Nukes is coming up to the last corner now on his last lap. And been a good battle with him and Unity, but unfortunately Unity fell to the wayside. Had no points coming into this lethal, same as Hate Sip, but
Yeah.
this will kick off his season. I reckon he'll be very, very happy with this. As he comes across the line, nothing else to do, and takes the win in Baku. There he goes.
Good job. Good job.
Hate Sip
Hate
happy
Sip.
with second.
Yeah.
And he spins over the line.
I thought he would
There
do
you go.
that. We'll be able to find out exactly how he sells his name in a minute as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
John
Yeah, I'll
is
mention
going
that
to
as
be
well.
third. Is he going to lose his wheel as well?
No.
No.
And just that's an
Olympic and
interesting
cavalry
point Unity
drive.
actually brought up. At least Haas keep their podium streak.
Yes.
They've been on the podium every race so far. Either him or John, so keeps that. Shrimper gets 4th, Rapids 5th.
Yeah. Master
Frog
Frog,
is
6th.
going to take home 6th, yeah.
And I think driver of the day is driven a careful race. Kept his head down. For me, I think that would be my choice. Chalks in 7th. Is that all going to actually make it to the end?
Could be.
Oh, jeez.
I say that.
Bloody hell, Vettel.
Jesus.
Christ.
You're that close. You're that close to the end and you do that. Oh, it's... Right, there we go, we're fine. Don't...
I wondered
I'm
what
just
he
going to go
was
in the
going
pit
to
lane
do.
at
Then. Oh, he's going to try and...
Oh, he's get... Has she got fastest lap out of that?
Fastest lap. Yes, he has. On the
He
last lap.
He went...
Wow.
He was already on his way to Spain on the last corner. How on earth has he got that? How did...
Oh, well,
Actually-
there you go, mate.
Actually, thinking about it, I know why he's got that. It's because he got DRS off of Ben's ghost car.
Yeah. But he got it.
That's
So, yeah, absurd, but he got it.
your way of doing it, but hey ho. Williams on top with Racing Point second and Haas third. You are not going to see that until maybe 2030. And maybe that's pushing it a little bit in real life.
Maybe. A really good race as
I don't
well.
know.
Only 2 penalties in the whole race. Bloody hell. That's really good. I think. Very, very nice. Right.
Right, so there are your finishers. Lethal Nukes takes the win with Hate Sip in second or Hiccup. We'll find out. John in third. Shrimper in fourth in the Ferrari. Rapid Sprays fifth for Williams. The Williams did good, first and fifth. Master Krog sixth. Or seventh. Vettel fan in eighth. And gets fastest lap. Ian Boy in ninth is the last of the finishers. Ben, Jakey, Gary, and Unity all crashed out. Well, we're up to 120 minutes on the stream, but got
That's
there in the
fine.
end. Worth the wait.
I'm not sure if I've got 8 Sip and...
Got them in the lobby, so just do it that way.
John? Is it just 8 Sip? Oh, lovely. Here we go.
Hello?
Hello, mate.
Alright.
Can you tick the box in the top, please? Is it
Yeah.
Sip? Hiccup? How do you pronounce your name, by the way?
Hippopotamus. If you feel like it. That's what I prefer.
We're going by gamer tags. We've
nah,
been
yeah,
we've been questioning
HK.
this the whole stream.
HQ.
HKIP. Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
What was it? Sorry?
HKIP.
HQ.
So I've been calling you Hiccup, and then been corrected in the stream saying it's Hate Sip, and now you're saying it's Hiccup.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done with this. Right, where's John?
Where's John?
One of you two nab John if you can. I would have grabbed him in the lobby like you two, but he left as soon as we finished.
There he is. Right. Okay, I've sent him an invite. Hopefully he'll come in.
Is that all you
Maybe
want
he
me for to confirm my name?
No, mate, we want to do a podium interview with you.
Podium interview.
Oh, right. Oh, okay, yeah, alright.
Yeah, you don't get off scot-free, mate.
Part of the proceedings.
Oh, Lethal Nuke's still connecting, and maybe John's not coming. Oh, boys, these Division 1 boys, they've obviously... He's on his chopper already going somewhere, isn't he? Doesn't look like Luke's is getting in.
I'll remove him.
Yeah, and we'll just do the one then. Oh dear.
I'll remove him and sort of invite him back.
Okay. Let's see if we can get in.
Thankfully, recent players is working. Well, good thing that it's working today.
Okay, looks like we're having problems getting people in.
Come on, people, work with me, please.
Yeah, sometimes I don't, mate. I don't think I've had a full free in the.
Oh, that's a shame.
Interviews since we've been going so far. Never mind.
Right, I'll give him one more. I'll give him one more. We'll wait a couple of minutes, and if not, we'll just have to work with...
Yeah. I've got a message from Lethal. Hold on, mate. So, 2 seconds, mate. My internet disconnected. Right, so Lethal has come in. He's just rebooting up. That's cool.
Right, we'll start off with you. HKIP.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
I'll probably forget by next week, or by the next time, whenever I stream again for F1. But yes, good result for you. Obviously, you're coming into this race with no points. So obviously, from here, your championship challenge can now properly get underway. Is that correct in saying?
Yeah, I guess it is. I had a few struggles for the first few races, but I think I finally sorted that out. And I should be able to start going now. Start getting some points in.
Yeah, close qualifying, obviously, which was obviously good to see. What were you thinking about going into this race? Obviously, Baku, we've said how difficult it's been for this week. Was it a challenge today? Were you confident going in?
Yeah, quite confident. It is one of my favourite tracks. Did lots of practice. Setup was great. I think my pace was kind of good. So I was hoping for a win because I was catching Lethals at the end, but I kept making silly mistakes, just losing the back end.
Yes, obviously it's difficult to keep the consistency up, especially at this track. As I said, obviously with the lower numbers than usual, but quite a few were championship contenders coming into this race. As I said, for yourself, you kicked off your championship, but also made good gains. Obviously, we've got Spain next week for you. What do you think going forward for that track?
Spain, yeah, I like the track. I'm not the quickest at it. I mean, the final sector is kind of a problem. I can never get a good launch out of the chicane, so it makes overtaking a struggle. But I guess I'll do the laps, see if I can get that sorted. And yeah, if not.
Alright, boys.
Right, put a...
Yeah, I've just done that.
Right. Yeah, well done on your second place, hey Kip, and hopefully moving forward we'll see you more on the podium.
Yep, cheers.
All right, there we go. 18 points for the Racing Point driver, but we're moving on to our race victor. You've joined us, yay!
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's all right. All right. Yes, well done on your win. Very, very intense battle with Unity Hushers in the first stint. You two were locked together. There was a couple of points where I think it was turn 3 twice, where I was on board with you and it was like, is he going for me? Oh no, he's waiting behind. Was that a strategy you were kind of doing against Hushers at some points? You were just sort of biding your time against him.
Yeah, I was just trying to sit in his toe and save a bit of energy and fuel and look after the tyres. And then I saw he was, oh, I could probably overtake him now and try and pull away. I went for the overtake and then he sort of sat in my toe. So then I thought, oh, if I let him overtake again, I can just follow behind him. And then by then I started really struggling with my tyres and I was going quite deep into corners and I thought, oh, if I try and do the undercut, might be able to overtake him. And then I saw he was struggling as well with his tyres and then up crashing in that castle section.
Yes, I caught him. He went straight on a castle, and then that downhill left-hander, he lost it there, which I think was a shame. I think you would agree. Would have been an interesting battle between you two. Would have been interested to see who came out on top. But after that, you kind of got into a comfortable sort of rhythm. You had a H-Sip or H-Kip coming up behind you a little bit at times. Were you worried at all? Were you just managing the gap?
It was a bit of both. Sometimes he would gain a second, sometimes he would lose a second. But half of the time I was just running in low and lean mix and sort of, if sometimes he would get close and I would turn it up and then I would open up the gap again. But I was keeping a close eye on it.
Yeah, good stuff. I was saying to HKip that you and him were coming into this race with no points. Obviously, you started off in China last week, but for yourself, it's basically the same question. You feel now that you can now push on from here. This is where your championship starts.
Yeah, I would like to hope so. I'd like to keep it going. It all depends on what track.
Of course. And speaking of tracks, you've got Spain coming out. It's an interesting one for me because everyone sort of knows the track, so it will be very, very close. I'm sure F1 will be close as well. What are your thoughts going forward for that one?
I don't know. I haven't really tried Spain. Really know what the tyre wear's like, what the ERS is like, but when it comes to it, I'll have a better picture of it.
And we'll all have a better picture of it when we get round to testing and practicing, etc. So, but in the meantime, well done. Well done on your race. It was good to watch. Good battle, as I said, with Unity. I'm sure there'll be more. You two will lock swords once again.
I hope so.
Oh, without a doubt, I think you will.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. That has been the F1 race. Privileged to be a part of. Revster, I think you agree.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely, I do agree with that. And yeah, can't wait for my turn tomorrow night. It's been a good race tonight. Lots of action, you've got to admit. Lovely clean racing. 2 penalties in the whole race. Fantastic. What
Yes,
more can
very
you
good
want?
stuff. Rain.
Rain? Yeah, shut up. I'm racing
Yeah,
tomorrow.
rain.
No, thank
I'm
you.
sorry if that's a little curse for tomorrow, but yes.
If it's raining tomorrow, mate, I'm going to come in this box and have a chat with you.
All right then.
No worries.
Right. Yeah. So as you may have gathered, we have a race on tomorrow. It's the F4 division. I'm back in the gun box again. Back streaming once again. Hopefully, we won't be going 140 minutes, but hey ho. These things happen. But it was okay. Transition was fine. But yes, tomorrow at 8 p.m. is the F4 division, where the likes of Rebster, as you see in the commentary box, the likes of Timmer, and I believe Four as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cracking. We're all in there.
Yeah, all in there. I'm looking forward to it. My commentary partner at the moment is yet to be confirmed, but we will see who sorry, who that is. As for the F1 lot and so forth, they've got Spain to look forward to of the track before we get to, and there's Monaco not far away.
Yes.
But yes, that'll be them next week when you tune in on Tuesday nights for the F1 division. But make sure you join us tomorrow because we have another race at Baku to go. So for me, RSF1 streaming, and Rebster, we shall see you next time.
Good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in.